Hey y'all, quick video here. Figured I'd go back in time for a little nostalgia. Here we have a bunch of cards that I don't believe anybody in their right mind should care about. But let's talk about it. In this binder here, I've got my collection of just reserved list cards. There is literally nothing happening in this market. And there's no hope in the future of this. But worth going back and just kind of seeing what happened back then. Got Veteran Bodyguard here. Farmstead, one of my favorite cards of the reserve list. Is this worth anything? I wouldn't say it is. The reason why someone like me would hold cards like this, by the way, there's a bunch of empty spaces because I just keep moving them around. Don't even have this binder filled. I don't go ham just attacking these and buying out as much as I can because frankly, you know, this isn't considered investment grade. This is a collector's item of remembering a time when back then things were different. So I've collected these over the years. And Humility, Peacekeeper, anyone? I love this card, Debt to Loyalty. And these are the whites. I don't even know if that's even okay to say on camera nowadays. White cards. But this has definitely been a down market here where no one cares about this. Onto the blues. Copy Artifact, one of the favorites out there for a lot of people. Brainstorm. I mean, a lot of these cards no one cares about. I remember making my lobster decks when I was way younger. The Homerid decks. Homerid, however you say it. Back then was a different time. When you used to make decks where it was based off of lobsters or cats, whatever you chose. Or you found one sweet card that you just wanted to build around. And what's interesting is just how it's changed over time. How people have perceived things looking forward. Chronotog. The playability has changed so much. And it really speaks to just how we viewed it back then. Most people, I'm sure, watching this video, which, you know, I'll probably get one view. I'm a nobody. But most people that used to play in this era remember like how different it was. You didn't have an internet site to go on where you were just able to see whatever you wanted, the power level, the cost, all this stuff. You had to go to the LGS. And thinking about how Richard Garfield created this game all the way back then, this was supposed to be a game that was bigger than the box. Meaning, if you get, let's say, a game of Monopoly, and you like open that box, you will have all the pieces to play in there. And Richard had this crazy idea to create a game that was bigger than the box, right? So you didn't have quite all the pieces. That is what created the chase and the desire and the value in the economy between the cards. Because someone may open a box, in alpha set, they might open a box and get, a prismatic lace, while another person got a Black Lotus. Which, funny enough, back then those cards weren't that much. I have the older Scry magazines, and Black Lotus's Moxen, they were $20. No one knew. It was a different time. But part of the not knowing is that donate. Anybody? Zephids, I bought most of these. Just the type of card and the playability, it's interesting. I love the artwork too. It was just different. Like, eventually we learned about the Black Lotus. Eventually we learned about the Moxen. But when people first opened the first products, they didn't know. You just knew what you opened, and you had what you had, and you played with what you played. There was a lot of janky decks back then, a lot of janky strategies. Now, with the spread of information like wildfire on the internet, it's different. Is it better? Is it worse? I mean, we can argue about that till the cows come home. But in all reality, it just is what it is. Contract from Below. Probably one of the best cards ever made. Just illegal to play. And so we look at this time here. I love Demonic Hordes. And we think about, like, do people care about this? Right now they don't. Will they care about it in 20, 30 years? I don't know. I mean, the generations nowadays, none of this is nostalgia for them. People buy these for the nostalgia, remembering the game way back when, and just remembering when I was a kid and coming back from school and the hardships and just going home and sitting in the corner and looking at my cards and building decks. It was an escape. So this brings nostalgia, so I collect. Shaku Endbringer! One of the coolest reserve list cards ever. Build a deck. I dare anybody. Build a deck around that card. That's top tier. Tier -0. Oh, man. We have come so far. This is forgotten stuff. But also what's forgotten is why the game was made. And now we live in this world where just we are entitled to have what we want and see what we want, and endless, unfiltered information from many different people, many different sources. So is this stuff playable? No, because we know that it's worthless. We know that, I mean, what deck are you going to put a Gravebind in, It's really the collectability. And the problem with these cards, by the way, these are all reserve list cards. And I don't even have all of them. I want to collect at least one of each. Am I going to sell into the strength when it spikes? No, I collect them because I love them. These will probably never see the light of day on the market. But let's say a Spirit of the Night, you get some synergy with a newer card that's made in one of these newer sets. Let's say Spider-Man coming up. If this thing spikes, more often than not, you'll have people who have these hidden in their closets, and they will bring them to the market to sell them to the strength and get them offloaded. That's why, you will have bumps up like 2020, 2021, crazy run up on these. And will it happen again? Probably, when people get the bug to buy them. But will it ever have this long-term, endless growth? I mean, we don't know. Right now, the answer is no. And how many of these are really out there? One of my favorites, Phyrexian Negator. Yawgmoth's Bargain. We don't know if this will ever have value. Sedge Troll, Fork. These are all, the white bordered ones are all revised. The unlimited I have in a different binder, even if it's reserve list. And so there are vast differences between, and it's hard for a lot of people to tell, but it's hard to tell between the revised and the unlimited. There are vast differences though, with most of them. A couple of them look very close to each other. But this is just like a reminder, this video here, of just how far we've come and frankly how entitled we are as a human race, of just getting quick answers and knowing everything. And this stuff just disappears. I mean, the artwork is beautiful. So does it become like oil paintings? Things from the past? Monets? Where one of these becomes a priceless item, a heart wolf. You can't even assign a value to it. I mean, there's so many, probably not. This video is just designed just to remember. I think people are itching for this kind of style of playability, where you just don't know. I think people are itching for the old Magic of the way these cards feel. I've been hearing that a lot with many of the sets, where people say, this feels like old Magic. All that shows me is that people are craving that. Does Spider-Man feel like old Magic? No, for most people. Is it necessary to do those sets? That's debatable. And frankly, Wizards and Hasbro have a good argument for that. Firestorm. I've played with that card quite a bit. This is just a piece of nostalgia, probably for myself, of just remembering what it's like back then. And it gives you like a good feeling to remember and to see. This is book one. These are the whites, blues, blacks, and reds. But this is what Magic used to be. People with janky decks. I mean, there were cards I'd put in my decks where I liked the artwork. I'd even like the symbol of the set. I put Arabian Nights cards in my deck because I liked the sword in the picture. Regardless if it was good or not. This was an era of true passion. And the passion is still there, but mostly has left because people think about monetary value. And this video strictly being made here has nothing to do with monetary value. None of these cards are going to make you rich. This is just what I love to do. So it's worth thinking about that piece. Nowadays, there are so many hands in these kind of pots of the different trading card games where the people have no passion and they just buy just to make it. We respect the hustle, but that's not truly what this game was about. Apocalypse. So where are we going from here? Nobody knows. Every now and then, if I see one of these cards and something I don't have, I'll probably buy it. Just to add to my collection. I dip my hands in various different sections of this market, but this one right here has nothing to do with the business side. This is just me loving it. Pelincron. That's a pretty good card. I still believe in it. Not everybody does. One thing it is worth noting, though, is if you believe in something that nobody believes in, and it does have a future, that's the key part right there, you're going to do pretty well. If you believe in something that everybody believes in, there's a lot of risk attached there if you're seeing the business side of it. Nobody's talking about these cards. No one's talking about Zephid like they were in 2021. But I just buy and hold. And I will keep holding. Because I love the artwork. I love the nostalgia. It's just a feel good. We'll see.